News at 9 on the CW.
Right off the top tonight at 9, hundreds are gathered at the Statehouse tonight in what is billed as a vigil to mourn the loss of George Floyd and the others who they say have died unjustly at the hands of police. CBS 2's Trevor Fay joins us live at the Capitol now with a look at the vigil. Trevor, what can you tell us?
That's right, Brent. I'm here in downtown Boise where hundreds of people have gathered for a candlelight vigil honoring the memory of George Floyd. There are protesters, there are attendees, and there are police gathered all around the steps of the State House here as events continue to unfold. You can see many people are taking to the stands right now to speak, and a lot of emotion is riding high here in the downtown area as people remember the death of Floyd that occurred earlier this week. Now, if you want to keep up to date with all of the goings on here in downtown Boise, including the candlelight vigil, as well as the rest of the protests here in the area, please do make sure to tune in to our website at idahonews.com. We'll also have a Facebook Live coming at you guys just a few moments from now. That will be on the CBS 2 Facebook page, where you can continue to watch the events unfold live here in downtown Boise. And again, I want to stress that things are calm and peaceful right now as police are keeping guard over the situation, and the organizers of the protests have expressed their desire for this to remain peaceful as well, especially during the visual portion of the evening, which will last from 8:30 to 10 p.m. tonight. I'll be back later on with updates. This is Trevor Fay reporting live in Boise for CBS 2 News.
President Trump with a moment of silence at the National Shrine Tuesday, promoting freedom of religion. But it's the freedom to assemble and of expression most under scrutiny, especially after the park outside the White House was forcibly emptied Monday so he could walk to a vandalized church for photos.
Some people came out and beat them so they could clear the area so the president could come out and go forward. What is that?
I am your president of law and order.
Trump, who's in the past quoted President Reagan's famous peace through strength line, believes his version of it has worked in preventing greater conflicts with Iran, North Korea, and China. In this case, he's calling in thousands of troops to counter the protests and any crime.
The president might also want to open the U.S. Constitution once in a while. If he did, he'd find a thing called the First Amendment.
While some, like Senator Marco Rubio, echo the president's desires for bringing an end to the anarchy, violence, and rioting by any lawful means required, others demand to know what specific requests the president has made of law enforcement, saying they cannot be a, quote, tool of fascism, adding the images and tone matter.
When Richard Nixon did something similar in protests all over the country after Kent State and after Cambodia, referring to everybody who was protesting as just thugs and unworthies, and he had to walk back those statements because what they accomplished was to further enrage people.
It's time that Idaho has tried an all mail-in election. CBS 2's Erica Lee is at the Ada County Elections Office. She's been talking with elections officials to see how things are going. Erica?
Brent, it's going to be a long night. Election officials say that they are not done counting yet. They have reported and counted around 70,000, but they still have over 10,000 to go. So it's going to be a really long night. And yes, it's true that this election has been all mail-in only. And the elections clerk, Phil McGrain, says that this process has surprisingly been very smooth and voter turnout has been really good.
For this all-mail election, we've seen historic turnout. So as of this morning, we had already broken records in terms of the total number of ballots cast for this election. Throughout the day, we've received another about 10,000 ballots. So we're going to continue working out throughout this evening to get those results counted and get them out to the public. But it's been quite a unique election, both in terms of the time frame as well as the record participation.
Again, there are still about 10,000 more ballots to be counted and reported, so it is not over yet, even though we have some of the results already. And McGrain says he's not sure if it will be an all-mail election in November, but voters will have the option to vote absentee. Reporting live in Boise, Erica Lee, CBS 2 News.